It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined by Paul, Sam, Pete, and bonus Matt Flust, who you wouldn't have seen on the tweet. But he's here, and it's never a bad thing. Right, we will get straight into it. Just a quick one to start off. A one-word answer will be fine. What will Everton's final league position be in 24-25? I'll go top left on my screen first. Paul,
Ninth.
Sam,
15.
Keith,
Ninth.
Matt,
Eight.
eighth. Yes, and I said eighth as well. Sam, you're dragging the average down there. You're probably the most realistic, but yeah.
I just I want to keep it realistic though. Like I'd be absolutely fine with 15th if we were safe with like 5 games to go and we finish 15th. I'm fine with that.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm just cursing it if I predict anything else. And I think we're really lucky that the 3. I'm quite confident, quite comfortable that the 3 coming up are shite.
Yeah.
And Leicester will probably get a points deduction. So yeah, I just want it to be nice and easy this year. Thanks.
Yeah, but a push for the Farmers League would be lovely, wouldn't it?
It's like when you ask Arsenal fans what they want from the season, and every one of them will go 40 points straight away. Just want 40 points.
Like I've gone in and come out the other side with, like, I always, when I was a kid, the first thing I'd do when the fixtures came out was see who we had to beat to stay up. And I never stopped doing that, even when it was totally implausible. And now it's like relevant again. Like it's come completely full circle with it.
Well, this is the thing, wasn't it? Like there's been a bit of a 90s revival on for a while, and Everton typically took it way too seriously and just turned to shit again at the same time. Just on this then, Brian Banana said 10th. Good to have the Wolffinder General joining in. Gary said we're going to win the league. Ben said, get your passports ready, gang. Make of that what you will.
Farmers League, that'll do.
That'll do, all day. Before we get on to some Everton chat, got a really important question from Liam Cello. We've got one sauce to sprinkle over cheese on toast. What is it? Be specific, please. Hello, Sam, from Liam. So Sam will come to you first.
Right. I don't think you need sauce on cheese on toast. I think if you're putting sauce on cheese on toast, that suggests to me you've got insufficient confidence in the quality of your cheese.
That's a great shout.
I will accept tomatoes on cheese on toast. I think that nice tomatoes can be done. I don't think it needs sauce.
Yeah, as a kid, I remember when my dad used to make cheese on toast. He put loads of cheese on, sliced tomatoes, and like a bucket of salt on it. Honestly, how that fella's still alive is beyond me, to be fair. But Paul?
I'll probably go with ketchup, but I don't like put it. I can see Keith's face here. I don't put it all over the toast. It's more like as a dip. And I use the toast, like toasty or whatever, to dip in the ketchup.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Keith, right.
The correct
You've got a ketchup version. Would you accept like a nice fancy like tomato salsa as a dip?
I mean, yeah, but it's not what you should be using on cheese on toast.
Go ahead then.
Correct answer, and Mr. Cello will confirm this if you refer back to him later, is Cholula hot sauce.
That's exactly what I've got.
It's the perfect cheese on toast sauce.
Yeah.
Camp topped.
I am in full agreement.
Acceptable alternative is Frank's Red Hot, but only the buffalo version.
But the Cholula, it's something about the little wooden top as well.
It's a little wooden top.
Yeah.
There's a decent sauce to use in Mowgli. Do you know the Himalayan cheese on toast? There's like a nice little sauce to use on that. We'll have to try and find out what it is. That's a treat.
I've not been there in ages. Need to sort that.
I'll do.
Delta of a gaff. Matt?
Henderson's relish. All day.
The gentleman's choice.
I don't eat it, yeah.
Yeah. Always get a bottle whenever I go to Sheffield.
Yeah, if I was going for anything, that's what I'd have, I think. I don't know what cheese you're using that stands up to hot sauce.
like a good, solid, mature cheddar with, if you're going to throw a little bit extra on there, a little bit of red Leicester on there as well.
Mm.
Two
Yeah.
cheeses.
Yeah.
Dunno,
Or you
what
can
made
put
of
as
money.
many cheeses as you like on there.
Double cheese.
The
Made
further
of money.
down south he's gone, the more he's changed, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I'm a connoisseur of the cheese.
Two cheese
Let-
Keith, as he's now known.
I live literally like a 40-minute drive from Cheddar Gorge.
You're
Incredible.
letting the side down. He says, eating olives and drinking wine.
Right, bit of Everton chat now. We'll sort out to start. This is one from last week. Gary asked, end of season festival Goodison for when we leave. Tickets only £20, not 55. You can pick 3 acts for one day. So over the 3, who is the full lineup gonna consist of? 3 acts for one day. Yeah, so 3 acts to play a festival at Goodison. Who are we going with? I'll go bottom right this time, Matt.
I was saying living or dead.
Do you know, I assumed living, but if you want to do a dead festival, that's fine. Make your own
Well-
rules up. It's all right.
Bruce Springsteen, obviously. The Lars and Jamie Webster, but dead. Just like
We could probably move on.
ritual, just a ritual execution. Like what did he used to do in China? Like them things he used to do where they used to shout at them and like wave the red books at them, and then they'd have to apologize for their crimes. Something like that.
Mussolinium from the park end.
Fully on board with all this. Keith, go ahead.
I'm going to agree on Springsteen just for Chris's dad, because he's campaigning tirelessly to get him
He
to
is.
play Bramley Moor. So
And we love
we
Taz.
could do Goodison as well. That'd be great. Pulp, because as per the tweet earlier today, when you're asked the question, who's the best band out of Oasis and Blur, the answer is always Pulp. And I don't know, Spin. Last Spin on there.
Yeah, what a shot. Opener from Spin.
Top toffees. Let Spin
Yeah.
open up with some toffee classics, and then we'll get into the heavy stuff.
Yeah, I actually sent Spin a DM from the Blue Room account this morning asking if A, they're doing a tour in Liverpool, or on the tour in November to come to Liverpool, because it's not advertised so far. And
Can they-
2, if they'd fancy coming an old New Borough Blue. So fingers crossed.
Excellent. Can we get them? Can we get them at the Blue Room Christmas party?
I think we should. Definitely. Yeah.
Can we have a Blue Room Christmas party?
But we'll work on it, definitely. I don't know, Matt's got the purse string, so you'll have to ask him. Dales?
Probably go with a good friend of mine, Talking Toffees legend, Tom Rogan to open. Good local lad. DMAs maybe.
Oh,
And
good
then
shout.
I'd probably finish with Springsteen as well. Or McCartney. I'll go with Springsteen. McCartney
Sam?
to
Oh.
close Goodison.
Oh, McCartney to open Bramley Moor, because this is closing Goodison.
McCartney to close Goodison, Springsteen to open Bramley Moor.
Shout. Sam?
I just had 3 festival sets that I wish I'd been there for. So I had The Cure, Stormzy, and Pulp again. I
Excellent.
just think it's very solid.
Yeah, that's solid. And yeah, I went with the local angle, so it was like I want to go 4 just to be greedy, because they all live close. So you know the area. Nick Ellis, Spin, Bill Ryder Jones, the Lars, good stuff. Stephen. So obviously we're recording this Friday night, opening game tomorrow. Other than Yankuba Minter, just say that in the Manchester accent. Minter.
Minter.
Minter. Oh, it's a toothpaste. Minter. Sorry, anyway. Other than Yankuba Minter scoring a last-minute screamer, what is the inevitable thing that's going to happen on Saturday? Sam, go ahead.
Ashley Young. I can't be more specific, but there will be something extremely Ashley Young.
That is a terrific shout. Yeah, Ashley Young feels inevitable at this point, doesn't he? Keith?
I think it's inevitable that I'm going to end up missing the kickoff. Because it's just textbook. That last pint in the Denby is so hard to tear yourself away from. But I think we're being sensible tomorrow, and we're getting an early train and some cans of Schofferhofer for the road. Because you know what it's like. First day of the season, it's going to be absolute chaos at the gates. Not at gate 50, I hasten to add, because there's never a queue there. And the old fella outside always hustles everyone through nice and quickly with a little nod and a, all right, lad. He knows what he's about.
Yeah. Yeah. We go through gate 69 and it never fails to give the kids a lot of enjoyment that we go through that gate.
The kids.
Yeah. They laugh furiously every time. What gate should we go through? Okay. Dales?
Dominic CalvertLewin within the first 10 minutes, any header that he doesn't go up for will immediately be labelled a shithouse and clearly doesn't want to be here, so fuck him off and sell him. I don't want to tempt fate either. When I see the inevitable question of a key player getting a long-term injury tomorrow. But I'm not going to go there. Positive energy. I'm not going to throw any player under the bus.
Yeah, the CalvertLewin shot's a great one. If that lad puts a foot wrong in the next 6 months, it's going to be like,
I can already feel it tomorrow. It's just the first thing he does wrong, there's going to be no hiding place for him.
Yeah.
Do you remember Villa last year when he got injured?
He broke his cheekbone.
He broke his face and people were still booing him.
Shithouse!
Dixie Dean would have played on.
Matt?
I reckon the new Brighton manager will get presented with his Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award before kick-off.
Honestly, the amount of hatred I have for that fella already, just because A, he's 31 and B, he's David Brent, is just off the scale.
And he's got the haircut of Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, yes, as well, yeah. My one is we're going to get done by the new handball rule.
Oh,
it's got to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are we going to get done? Are we going to get done in the way that we should have a handball but not get it?
Yeah. That's going to happen.
The Onana rule.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, the new handball rule now states that if the ball deflects off a leg or a foot and hits someone in the arm, even if the arm's outstretched, it's no penalty because it's deflected off another body part. That's right, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think that's right anyway.
I asked her on the group chat
to
sum it up for me. It's nonsense. Like I can't. Do you know, even when I was trying to break down, like I like reading for dummies, I was like reading every short sentence, like right, okay, and I still didn't get it. I just put in the group and went, lads, help me. What does this mean?
VAR for dummies is like War and Peace.
Oh, honest to God.
But I think that's what it is. So I don't know. We'll somehow get done over by that.
Of course.
Yeah, it's gonna.
The originals.
Yeah, sorry. That's what will happen. It will skip off someone's knee, hit their arm, and Brighton will get a penalty. That's how that's gonna go. Defo.
It'll be Ashley Young as well who gives it away.
It will be.
And it'll be James Milner who kicks the ball at him.
Oh
God, is he still alive? Oh no.
I think so. I was going to say Adam Lallana, but he's gone back to Southampton, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Has he?
Oh, he's fucking getting it last game of the season.
Yeah, we need to deal with him then, don't we?
Getting it.
He'll be robbing the seats, the little get.
Ed has asked if you could manifest the final goal ever to be scored at Goodison, how would it happen? Spare no detail. I'll quickly run through some of the ones we got back. Ben said Jordan Pickford, no details needed. Clearly means an overhead kick there. TWS, TWS. Just want to ask you, is everything all right at home, mate? Because you said EFC 2, Southampton 3, 2-0 to the Toffees at half time. Final goal in the 89th minute. Holgate back passes, finds Pickford out of position and it creeps across the line. Manager Bielsa launches his bucket at Richard Masters, sorry. EFC dropped to 17th ahead of the last game at Newcastle. Safety to play for. Moshiri's booed. We still stay up. Upside down smiley emoji. So I think Bielsa's actually replaced
Nice.
Dice at this point.
Is he
Or
all
some,
right?
some ride of the season we're in for if this ever happens.
I mean, there's only one goal, one type of goal we can finish Goodison with, and it's a big fuck off header at the Gladys Street from a corner.
Yeah.
Just a big dirty header.
Who's doing it?
I'll have
The galoot.
the new galoot, the galoot as we'll call him,
The galoot.
to touch on his Irish roots. Bonus points if it's the goal that relegates Southampton as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Please.
Paul, what are you going with?
I would probably, key spot on. I was going to go along the lines of the Gladys Street will suck one in. I don't think you can get anything more emphatic than a big fucking bullet header at the Gladys Street late on. So, do you know what? I'd love Seamus Coleman to I'd actually love Seamus to just swat one in with his head, or even the similar goal he scored against Swansea 10 years ago. Just one of them, the Gladys Street.
Nice.
Sail off into the sunset.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
If it is
Yeah.
a bullet header, there is one condition. We have to have video footage of Tarkovsky just before it, mouthing the words, "Get behind me," and fucking hit it.
That's amazing.
Because that is tremendous footage.
Yeah, that was literally what I thought as well. I was imagining that leaping head, just someone leaping like a trout in May. Ideally, still CalvertLewin. Ideally, he goes on a run and just finishes like that.
There's something iconic, isn't there, about a headed goal at the street end against the team in red from a corner. Some of my favourite goals.
Yeah, it is. It's There's no finer Everton goal.
With a low sun as well, and everyone in the Gladys Streets like that.
Thing is, though, our final game's going to get moved, isn't it, to like midweek because we're going to be in the FA Cup final that weekend, obviously. So
True.
there is that. Matt,
Just all this talk about the last goal being like at the Gladys Street end, assuming it's like second half. I don't think there's anything more nailed on. Southampton flipping us at kickoff, and I already respect them for it.
that's a good shout, actually. Yeah.
That's what I would do anyway.
Good shithousery.
That's what I would do.
Southampton captain Adam Lallana.
Oh
the
my
toss.
god.
Oh, he's getting it. He's getting it.
But the one goal I want is just Barry Orr style screamer by Michael Keane.
Oh, like
That's
the
the one there.
goal.
Tremendous.
That's all I want in this world.
You
My one.
said about
Sorry,
Lallana nicking the seats. Have you ever tried to do that? It's really hard.
Oh, we're
I
going to be
went
measuring
to-
them up for the end of the season.
Yeah, you need to though. You need to plan ahead because I went to the last game at Wembley and it was falling down. It was awful, but we tried to get the seats off, and it was just it's really, really difficult. You need a screwdriver.
I'm taking a penknife with me, like starting tomorrow, because I've got like 112 years worth of paint to scrape off the bolts before I can get them wooden bastards out the lower buildings.
we do have an extra game as well, though, now with Doncaster in the cup. So it's another,
fair.
I want all home cup games. Can you imagine we get to the final of both cups and every single knockout round one is a home draw?
Oh, been nothing better.
Maybe if you want to get rid of the seats, maybe need to speak to some Italian fans or something, or fans who are really adept at somehow ripping out seats and lashing them.
I mean,
Don't, Keith. Don't.
no.
Let's not. Yeah, let's
move swiftly on.
Let's not call
Gilfy.
it that thread. So my one for this anyway was right. So obviously Tom Davis signed back for the club in January because we've got midfielder shortage. Last minute of the game, he knocks it to Mikalenko. I've written this down because I had to get every detail. Knocks it to Mikalenko, carries on his run into the box. Mikalenko whips one in, and Davis meets it with a diving header at the street end because I'm not selfish. And I do realise that the last goal of Goodison should be scored at the street end, maybe not the park end. Everton qualify for Europe. Southampton get relegated. That'll be for me.
The dream.
It's going to be 0-0, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be awful, yeah. Absolutely dreadful game. It would
Written
be nice
all
to
over
relegate them, though.
Absolute ball draw.
No.
No, back to the seats. As Sam was saying before, you remember the thumbnail from an earlier mailbag last season, and the screw came out of my seat.
Yeah.
The inexplicably screwed it back in for the last game of the season. It's just like, so like, I don't know. At least I know my seat's gonna be rigid for the rest of the season, but I could have saved them a lot of bother. I was looking forward to just taking it.
You do know as well, you're going to get every other screw out apart from that one. That's going to be the one you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Have you still got the
100%.
screw?
No, it was screwed in the same one.
All
I've
right.
just like, because it's like it's dead loose when obviously when
That's
it's not
that's
in.
for the ties.
I've had to just like put it in, and they've obviously like come round before the Sheffield United game or whatever it was and just screwed it back in. Or Burnley even, sorry.
Keith, do you reckon that really chill steward you've got will just like wave through an angle grinder?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'll just drop him a little,
Just-
little bottle of whiskey on the way in. Go, yeah, mate, I'm just taking this in with me, and it's like it's a full on groundbreaking digger thing. I'm gonna take away chunks of terrace.
I'm fully going to
Again,
ask.
we'll move on from that.
I'm saying I'm fully going to ask Casey to smuggle in a socket set.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm robbing everything I can get my hands on that last game.
I'm still convinced we're all going to end up after that game pissed at home with just a plastic seat we don't know what to do with.
And Keir Starmer releasing a statement to the nation the next day. If you've been caught robbing anything from Goodison Park, you will be punished and you'll face the full extent of the law.
We'll get the full force without a doubt.
Yeah.
Stealing
Keith?
from football
Sorry.
stadiums is violent disorder. On go
My
home.
father was a toolmaker, but that's still no excuse.
Keith, hopefully everyone and yourself included will be able to hear this. Can you not hear it? Why does that not work?
Because it's background noise.
Woody's Roundup?
Hold it up to your microphone.
What?
Turn the volume up on your phone and hold it towards
It's
the
volume's full on my phone, and I've got it right next to the microphone.
Hang on, let me try.
Go ahead, Matt.
I don't think mine's got background noise cancelling.
See, this is where I missed the tower.
Oh, God bless the tower.
We need it programmed so you can just press a button.
It's connected to the speakers upstairs. Hang on, there we go. Are we
Go
ready?
on.
This is definitely going to be worth it.
Woody's Roundup, right here every day. Woody's Roundup.
Just tell me when to stop.
Now it's time to play. There's Jessie the yodeling cowgirl. Bullseye.
Oh, there.
Yeah, so there's a copyright infringement coming up on YouTube from me. Yeah, it's Maggie's Roundup. Right, first things first, what song do you desperately want to hear on the speakers at Goodison before the end of the season? Any song you can. Maybe the Russian national anthem. That's a banger.
Tenacious D, fuck her gently.
Any advances on that? Because
I was simply just going to go with Elton John. Guess that's why they call it the blues, just for a myriad of different reasons. But I prefer Keith shouting on, to be honest.
Sam?
Yeah, I can't remember which song it was that I heard over a kid's birthday party recently that had the
Was it Tenacious D?
it was like over a clip show of a child's birthday party, and in the middle it was just "My fucks have been withdrawn." The lyric was just really prominent. So yeah, no, I'll get on board with "Fuck Her Gently."
That's the perfect halftime song of Goodison, though, isn't it? To say that. Matt?
The only song that is possibly appropriate, especially for the last day, is Wrecking Ball by Bruce Springsteen, because that's literally about them tearing down the giant stadium in the Meadowlands. And he wrote it for that. He did like a 12-day in a row stint there,
Is it
and then you
anything
close the next day.
Is it anything like the Miley Cyrus version?
Nothing like that at all. But it does have the lyric where giants play the game, which seems appropriate for Everton.
We could have Tom Davies swinging in naked on a wrecking ball.
Oh no!
Just before he scored that header at the street end.
That's how he scores.
Comes in like a wrecking ball.
I do
That's
reckon. Do you know, it's just popped into my head. I reckon we should snidely get people, like the club should hire people to go around slightly dismantling things. So during the last game, things dramatically start to fall apart. Like a bit of floodlight just falls down, and like advertising panels just go on the pitch just throughout the game, just to add to the spectacle of it all.
Michael Keane trips inexplicably.
Yeah, he just fell down a big hole.
It's a shout. Next one from Maggie Predictor. Who out of Sean Dyche's army of bastards copyright Matt Plus? Was that on the previous
Well, I think
show?
it's copyright. Well, no, it's been a meme, hasn't it, on the internet?
Okay.
So it was
on the Twitters.
it's a quote from HBO's hit show, The House of the Dragon.
The Dragon Show.
Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Oh yeah, you shouted it, didn't you, Keith? Yeah.
Says, "We will build an army of bastards," and it's essentially Sean Dyche's transfer policy.
Yeah.
It
So-
was. I can't claim credit. I did see it on the Bird app. So whoever came up with it originally, kudos to you because it's tremendous.
Yeah, good work. So out of that army of bastards, who's getting the most cards this season? Paul.
See, I was gonna go with the obvious one of Ashley Young, and then touch wood, he actually hopefully doesn't play a lot of football. So I'll probably go with Tarkovsky.
Keith.
If it's not Tarkovsky, I'll be like amazed. I'll be flabbergasted. I'm so excited for tomorrow. About like 6 minutes past 3, the first time he tries to absolutely maim somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
Everton
that
back.
first tackle that you always get away with because it's so early in the game and you just get a talking to from the ref, and he tries to like rearrange someone's meniscus ligament.
Minter. I hope. And hopefully,
Minter.
I hope we
Minter.
boo him. Hope we boo Minter for not joining us, bastard.
That Minter. Get that
Minter.
Minter, lad.
Because what's it? And he's gone now. Obviously, Godfrey's gone to Italy, isn't he?
Atalanta, yeah.
But early in sort of his performances, it looked like he really had that in his locker.
Yeah. Norwich,
And-
the tackle at Norwich.
Yeah, exactly. And
Slid
it
in
just
from about 12 yards away and like absolutely ruined the guy's life.
yeah.
And
They
He
just
killed
Atalanta-
Tommy
really
Asu
had-
as well, didn't he? Against Arsenal. He absolutely flattened Tommy Asu.
and the lad had a good last minute clearance in him as well.
He did.
I hope he's having a lovely time in Bergamo,
Oh, he's gone, isn't he?
I hope
Yeah.
he's just living his best life.
Oh, it'd be like a prince over there, yeah. What,
He'll
what a
love him.
move that was.
He doesn't even have to play. He'll just
No.
like go skiing and cut about and
Yeah.
look like with his immaculate haircut.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
knocking about
basically-
Italy like a massive
Yeah.
hank.
Basically, anyone I wish the best for, I wish to go to Italy because
Yeah.
I think it'd be pleasant and
That would be a good life.
yeah, it's a good life and it's not overtaxing, is it?
Nah, he's doing
No.
all right for himself. He's done all right. Well done, Ben. Well played. If you're listening, Ben, hope you're having a great time.
Good for you, lad.
Friend of the show, God Benfrey. Yeah.
There must be a ranking of countries that you hope players go to based on how much you hate or like them. So obviously, like Turkey's got to be on the bottom half because it's been like sent to Coventry, isn't it? Been low
Oh
down.
God, yeah. Even if it seems like ostensibly a good move for you, it ends badly.
I
It's
reckon
horrific.
Greece is there as well with Turkey.
Oh no, Greece would be great.
Oh no, but I just think
Yeah,
from a,
have you spent
from a
time in
football
Greece?
perspective,
Greece is a
it's lovely,
100 out of 10 country.
but the fans are head cases.
Oh yeah.
So
And the others.
as an actual player,
Oh yeah.
I
But
hope at the end
it's-
of his contract, Ashley Young ends up at Kabul FC.
Siberia somewhere.
Do you remember? I said I talked did a podcast and we talked about this last season. Do you remember when players were going to India for a bit?
What,
Like,
was that when
it was-
Peter
it was-
Reid was managing out there or something?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
Reid?
It was like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't
like
he? India and China.
like journey. Yeah, before China, wasn't it? But I mean that those would all basically be awful. India, China, Saudi, because they're just massive.
Yeah.
So you're traveling half your life to play shit football.
It's a bad away, isn't it?
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're going from one half to the other, yeah.
It's like when people go to MLS, like I think Gerard and Rooney both did this. They go and they go, everything's really far away. I can't be
That's-
doing this with me life.
That's the thing, isn't it? When you
America
see,
is
like,
an unnecessarily large country.
I'm
We could
always
do with
saying this.
cutting it up
Too-
into little bits.
Yeah, too big. It's
When
just
you see
unwieldy.
MLS fixtures. If you're playing for Inter Miami and you've got to play New York in December, that's not nice, that is it?
No.
Making that trip to New York in December from Miami.
And can you do it on a cold December night in New York?
New York.
In the Bronx, yeah.
Matt, who's getting the most bookings?
Oh, thanks. I forgot the question there. My left field suggestions is it's in die, and that's based solely on the fact that when I was playing with him on FIFA last night, he was sent off for a straight red. I mean, it was my fault. I was controlling him, but I just decided to go through the back. It was a derby as well, and we were 5-0 up and decided to go through the back of someone. So, yeah, I'm saying in die. You'll get the most
No.
booking points, let's say, rather than bookings.
Not
I can
that
see him
kind of
getting
player.
like 1 or 2 reds, like maybe 2 reds,
Yeah.
which would be quite unusual. But I don't know. I know nothing about him, but I just get the weird little sense of him being a bit of an Aggie bastard.
I
Not a
reckon
bit of needle.
Pickford gets sent off at some point this season.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I don't know why. I reckon one game this season he'll get a red.
Yeah, he gets sent off 2 games before the Goodison derby. That's what
First
happens.
Premier League player to get double booked for the new rule of if you confront the referee, it's an immediate booking. You'll get done twice. First red card.
Or the only keeper ever to get sent off for time wasting.
Yeah.
Something
One
like
of the
that.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, have you got the
R.I.P.
bookings?
Aurelio Gomez, the crown prince of time wasting.
Ben Foster was elite time waster as well. It's the
Yeah.
banging the boots on the post.
Oh,
That's always a good sign.
Putting the ball down for a goal kick and then picking it up and moving it to the other end of the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it, but I also admire it.
When they changed the rules, they were asking for that, basically. The rules were simple. It goes out on the left side, your goal kicks on the left. It goes out on the right side, your goal kicks on the right. It's that easy.
Yeah, it's
Soon
not
as
like
you
you can
change
do
that.
the same with corners, is it? I'm going to take it from this side because I've got a good left.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's a great shout.
Mm.
Sam, did you give us your cards prediction?
Oh yeah, I was on with Tarkowski.
Okay.
Tarkowski again.
Alright.
It's not that I would be flabbergasted, but I'd also be disappointed if it wasn't him.
More disappointed than anything, I think.
Mm.
I've gone with the new Galoot. So,
I don't think he's going to play that much.
No.
I reckon.
I think he'll play a fair amount of games, but I think his starting 2 centre halves are still going to be Branthwaite and Tarkowski, and he's going to play 4 at the back more often than 3.
Yeah, he's not going to go 3.
He's going to ease him in, which is why we're getting this horrible chat that Michael Keane might start tomorrow. And if he does, let me tell you, I'm burning that place to the ground. He is
They
not in
won't
my
see the
army.
Southampton game.
He is not in my army of bastards. He is just a bastard.
Yeah, anyone going tomorrow, then make sure you've dismantled your seat and got off the ground before 3:05 when Keith gets in. And you'll be sound. Last one from Maggie, because I've split Maggie's round up into 2 rounds because there was that many. An ancient tradition is to bury a dead animal in the walls of your new house. Goodison had a pigeon skeleton. What animal would you brick up behind the Neo Gladys ahead of August 2025?
The
Jamie
Goodison
Webster.
cat.
What? What was that? Sorry.
I like Matt's
Once again-
answer better, to be fair.
Once again, Jamie Webster.
That's the one, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going with the Goodison cat, the big hench bastard. Have you ever seen a cat that looked more like it would take your dinner money off you?
You haven't seen my sister's cats. They are genuinely, I reckon. She got them from like a bed sit in Edge Hill, and I reckon they're half wildcat because like they are about that long now. They're enormous. And when the Tom like gets up on the couch with his front legs, you can see like all his muscles in his back and his shoulders.
She accidentally
They're enormous.
adopted a wolf.
I think the half wildcat because the mother was there, but there was no father cat. So I reckon a wildcat is probably mated with the mother cat and made these enormous hybrids.
Yeah.
Paul?
Andy Robertson.
Yep. Good shout. And Sam?
Is this a real thing? Is it a real thing, putting dead animals in the
It might
foundations?
as well, there is.
Okay.
I mean, Goodison was clearly built on an ancient Indian burial ground because we are
yeah.
cursed.
Fucking curse, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the cat from Pet Cemetery then, yeah. That's that seems about right. What's his name? Church. That works.
Oh god, it does as well, yeah.
I was
Maybe
gonna go
check
with
it out.
one of the aquatic animals found in the water when they were in the Mersey when they were building Brownley Moor to begin with. Just put one of them in for shits and giggles.
Stickleback, maybe.
Bramley Moor Narwhal.
The Mersey porpoise.
This could be the new question, couldn't it? Like, what's the largest animal you could single-handedly brick up in there?
Betty.
See, now a giraffe will be more difficult in that circumstance.
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's pliable for cling film, not so much for brickwork.
No.
Stingray. Because it's flat.
Justice
Yeah.
for Steve Irwin.
That's a shout.
Oh my god! Somebody told me Steve Irwin's last words the other day were
God.
it's okay
You
they don't
bastard!
it's okay they don't normally swim backwards.
Womp womp womp.
Jesus.
Like 1945, the last words of the mayor of Hiroshima. What the fuck was that?
Wasn't that general? Was it a general? Was it? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ducking? They couldn't hit an elephant from that distance.
Yeah.
That was Custer, was it not?
Custer, yeah.
No. I thought Custer died in the charge.
Custer died cowering behind a wall while the Indians sort of surrounded them and did bad things to them, I believe.
Let's go to historical chat. Bit of a more serious question here from Brownley Top the Apple. Why isn't there a campaign to go back to a new shirt every 2 seasons?
It should
Money.
be.
It should be.
It should be. I like how Luton have done it and like portrayed it as this good thing for the
Yeah.
fans, but clearly it's a logistical fuck up by Umbro and they've not made any new shirts.
See,
Brentford.
this is where Everton missed the trick that season at Palace. When on the opening day of the season, we I think both of our kits clashed. So we had that salmon away and obviously the Royal Home, and both kits clashed with Palace. So we wore the previous season's away kit, which was white with that weird sort of light blue tower design on.
Oh yeah.
They just came clean and admitted like, oh yeah, do you know what? We didn't have a third kit ready for it, when they could have just said, yeah, we're going to keep this as our third kit now for the rest of the season, and got away with it. And everyone would have been like, what a club. People's club, look at that. Brilliant. But nah, they fucked it. But yeah, we should have a new kit every 2 seasons. Maybe have a new third kit every season.
I think, to be fair, Castor needs to get their arse in gear and start actually stocking the club, because the amount of people I've seen online, like even myself, personal experience, trying to get my daughter the Everton kit, it's just been a nightmare. There's been no stocking for like 3-4 weeks now.
Do you remember the good old days with Umbro when they just ran out of socks? And that was it. You just couldn't get the socks. Just long for them though. Yeah, I was in the shop yesterday actually, because I wanted to have a look at what the pro kit was like, to see if how much better it was. He didn't have any in the home or away. So
It's just it may as well just be like the lads on the shirt, the stake or a shoulder thing. We're not here to like show off kit making credentials. We're just there as an advertising vehicle for Castore for all the tacky little leisure wear.
I was thinking this earlier. It's getting a bit like racing drivers, isn't it? I was seeing our shirts, our fucking sleeve sponsor being announced, and it is just going to get more like a racing driver. You are just going to have just
Well,
reams and
you've seen
reams of
EFL
advert.
kits, haven't you? EFL kits have got like back of the shirt above the name, back of the shirt bottom,
Below the number,
Yeah.
all over.
It's been like that in
What-
South America for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, Scottish Premier League's got that. It's got like above the number, below the number, sleeves, front of the shirt, socks have got different sponsors. It's all absolute chaos.
Given how bad Everton are at getting any sort of sponsor, imagine how bad the sponsor would be by the time you get to the sock sponsor.
Oh my god. It'd be the hot walk, wouldn't it?
It won't be the hot one.
Did Climax scaffolding still exist? Do you remember them?
Oh,
They
right.
still exist,
So,
yeah.
me and Joe went to Preston the other week, and I don't normally go on that train route, but on the way back, one of the stops, I don't think it was Heighton, Climax scaffolding. I've got like an office outside one of the stations on the way back from Preston, and they've still got an innuendo laden advert outside. While we go on the next question, I'm sure I took a picture of it. I'll try and find it. But yeah, they're still going. You know,
in the early 90s, my dad was on a job.
Again.
In the early 90s, my dad was on a job in the Climax scaffolding. We're doing the scaffolding for it, and they gave out free T-shirts, and it said Climax scaffolding, erection, completion, satisfaction.
Incredible.
You know what? I feel the same about them as I do about Ben Godfrey. I'm just really pleased that they're out there having a good time.
Absolute lads. Here we go.
You're gonna do the same thing as I am, aren't you? So we're just going to interrupt our regularly scheduled broadcasting to bring you an open letter from Box Park, Liverpool.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Everton FC. When we opened Box Park back in April, our goal was to create a Box Park for Liverpool without bias. Our venues are built in our communities, and it was our decision to create an event aimed at one fan base for the Derby game on the 24th of April. It's something we regret. In short, we got it wrong and we apologise. We've broken Box Park.
Yes.
Stick Box Park up your box.
Open letter reply. Dear Box Park, on behalf of the Blue Room and Everton fans, fuck off. Yours sincerely, me.
Yeah, they are not just the views of Matt Flush, they are the views of the Blue Room as well.
Pretty much everyone.
That'll sense that. Right,
I'm quite pleased to be able to say I'm not going to the Box Park on principle, when in reality I can't think of anything worse than going to a box park.
Yeah.
Oh God, can you imagine the smell?
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be worse than the palm oil at the docks.
Carling and tube.
It'd be like if you left that Pet Cemetery cat down the back of a radiator for 2 weeks while you were on holiday.
That could be the next Brownley Moor burial. What we've just been talking about there.
Let's bury Box Park.
Too late.
We already have.
Actually, yeah, we don't need it. We don't need a dead animal to sink the place out. We've already got the sewage works next door, haven't we?
We have.
Very
By
fair.
the way, I planted the seed with my dad. He's already got the lads on site calling the away end the shit house end. So
excellent.
And also, if people are like concerned about the smell from like the sewage works, we've been within a mile down Winterbourne Field for 125 years or whatever. So, there we go. Edge Hill, so the Climax scaffolding ad. This is very area niche. Why jump off when there's a Climax at Broad Green?
yes,
That's their advert. Climax scaffolding, 2002.
that's such a niche Merseyside thing. You might have to explain it for international listeners.
Yeah, so Edge Hill Station is the last one where I've never stopped on the train and I've never seen a train stop. It's the last one before Lime Street. And basically, if you having relations with a lady and you pull out before you finish. That's known round here as getting off an edge hill. So I'm glad I could describe that to everyone. And we'll move on to Warren's question. Why?
I'm just imagining a Wavertree Technology Park.
Pay extra for that.
Sorry, love.
Do you do waiver trees? No, not that here.
Oh, fuck. Warren, Dales, I'm coming to you on this because you've got an answer lined up, I know. Warren's asked you get selected to give a keynote speech at an Oxbridge, fucking hell, Wavertree, or Ivy League university where you have to argue that one of the following are real: aliens, ghosts, or time traveling. Which one do you pick? And what reasons do you give to support your argument?
I think I had an answer for the other question, but I will take this one. I would say.
Oh shit! Sorry, did Warren have another question?
No. I've got something for this as well. I would say that I would give a talk on aliens being real, and my evidence for it is look at Arne Slot's head. Look at Eric Ten Hag. There is a serious influx of bold managers in the Premier League. It's going under the radar, and it's got to be stopped. This beef tomorrow, he might be 31. I'm convinced he's going to pull his little Lloyd Christmas hair back, and he's going to reveal a massive bald head.
It's going to be the baldest Barclays ever, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're always they're always Dutch or German or
It'd be like that scene in Men in Black, wasn't it, when they kill the bald fella and they open up his head during the autopsy and there's a little alien in there, like that'll be Arne Slot.
Oh yeah,
the number 6 is on Orion's belt.
Oh, it's just slinking in.
The league managers meeting is going to be like the witches, where they all just whip the hair off. And they're
We've
all
got a dog on the podcast.
Hey, Maxie.
It's a dog.
Yeah, it's Max.
Oh,
Maxie.
Max.
If you're listening to this on Patreon or whatever, absolutely pointless. But if you're watching on YouTube, say hello to the dog.
And if you're not watching it on YouTube, watch it on YouTube anyway, because Max is on.
Oh,
What a boy! What a boy!
He's a good lad.
And dogs like see screens. Is that a thing?
He's the best boy. For anyone who's not met or seen Max, he's the happiest dog ever.
Right, go on.
Anyone got another answer to Warren's question? Aliens, ghosts, time traveling?
Yeah, Dale's is right. Aliens is the only one.
Go ahead.
Because they are real. Like, we can't, they're too far away, but they are there somewhere. They might be thousands and thousands of light years away. So we'll never meet them.
Like the Bolton fans on Phoenix Nights.
The Bolton with Barmy.
Dwarf aliens.
Far away, are they?
But seriously, the amount of star systems in the entire universe, and the amount of potentially habitable planets, blah, 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 it is a matter of religion to think that we are the only ones who could have evolved to be like us. The other two aren't real. Time travel's not real because of the laws of physics, and ghosts aren't real because they're just not. Because everyone's had an HD video camera in their pocket for 20 years, and no one's got a video of one.
Yeah,
All
but
the
that's
videos
the
are ghosts
reason.
from the 80s.
That's exactly the reason I was going for ghosts, because aliens probably exist. There are always some physics guys going, well, actually, time travel isn't impossible; it's just improbable and shit like that.
So
But
it is
ghosts,
impossible.
I think you could have some fun with that. I think you could just right. Oh god, I've got a sort of half anecdote for this one. I was at the opening of an exhibition once, and Julian Cope was speaking, and he was fully talking about is a period in his life where he had a lot of hallucinations. I'm assuming chemical induced, and he was fully just talking about them like they were real, and we were all expected to buy into the things he saw when he was experiencing his visions. And I would just go like that, but for ghosts. Just I was talking to Einstein the other day. He said he wished he'd done more acid, that kind of thing. I think it's got to be the least plausible one, definitely.
I stumbled across like a time travel protest a couple of years back, and there was a guy up on the
a protest
with the megaphone, and he shouts to the crowd and he goes, "What do we want?" And they say, "Time travel." And he says, "When do we want it?" And the crowd shouted back, "Well, that doesn't really matter, does it?"
It doesn't matter how old your kids are. You just can't take the dad jokes away from a dad, can you?
Nah.
I travelled through time to that punchline, so I knew it was coming.
So like I'm an engineer to trade, and I have an engineer sort of logical linear brain. So I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't believe in aliens because I have not seen conclusive proof that they are real. But because I cannot logically discount that they might be real, I will never sort of like scoff at anyone who says they believe in them.
You can't put aliens in with ghosts.
I mean, you can. Have you ever seen an alien?
You did?
Apart from
Well, no,
ours?
but I've never seen the
Have you ever
Taj
seen
Mahal,
those?
but I know it's fucking there. It's just very, very far away, like a cow.
Have we got 2 engineers on this call?
Far away.
Oh, how dare you! I'm a physicist.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what I
We've
mean?
got,
How dare
we've
you!
got a lot of, like, the earning potential of this call is greater than usual, isn't it?
And yet we're sat getting pissed on a podcast at 5, 6 o'clock.
Who sat here at 6 o'clock in the evening drinking rum and fine wine?
Earning potential. Jake Humphrey's laughing at us.
Oh, did you see? Did you see? He did another version of the A-level tweet.
Yeah.
Put a message from his dad. Fucking hell!
That wasn't from his dad.
That fella, incredible.
Why
Oh,
isn't
it
his
never
dad
was.
saved as dad under his WhatsApp, by the way?
It's a paid
Why is he
actor.
fully named as dad?
Well, it was like Rex Mob, wasn't it? Like Rex Mobile. To be fair, my dad saved on my phone as his full name, but everyone is.
Yeah,
Except for
I full name everybody in my phone book. If you don't, then you're a sociopath.
except for G and Joey Faz, because he's Joey Faz. But other than them
Fair
two
enough.
people,
Oh no, he's
everyone else
saved
full
his
name.
Jojo.
he saved his Joey actual surname in mine.
Am I
I'm-
Les? Am I Les or Leslie?
You're
Oh,
like,
you're
Les.
Les. Do you want
Les.
Leslie?
like a shortened first name is all right, but it has
Okay.
to be first name surname.
Fair enough.
If you,
I
if you
never-
only
Sorry, go on.
like, you're not fucking Cher. You're not going in the corners one name.
Go on, Sam.
Genuinely, I never saved either me dad's number or me best mate's number because I wanted to know 2 phone numbers in case I ever needed to know a phone number off the top
That's a
of
good
my head.
idea.
And I did my best mate's one. I did need it because I just got hopelessly lost without me phone somewhere I wasn't familiar with, and the God Jesus, I'm such a shambles. This is awful. I had to borrow someone's phone and text her and say, "Could you speak to the person who is in the area I'm in and tell them I'm lost by the Tesco?" And, but if I'd not been able to do that, if I'd saved her number, I could have been there days by that Tesco.
You might still be there.
Good
Yeah.
line.
Good
Yo,
strategy.
I
Good
s-
strategy.
I still know my dad's mobile number off by heart, and he's been dead for like 17 years.
Yeah.
Like it's still in my head, his mobile number.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Like I forget the rest of them. I don't even know my own.
That's just typical, really, isn't it?
But
The one number you
that's
remember.
still rattling about in there. I might ring it to see if it's been reassigned.
You should do.
Just like when they pick up and just go, "You my dad."
Yikes.
We've got a couple more to get through, and then Maggie's roundup. Is everyone okay for another 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Washing the dog. I've got as long
So
as you need.
Ben has asked, and he asked this next to a video of John Textor skateboarding, which I know everyone loves. Apparently, the skater dude could be our next owner. What's the strangest Moshiri moment or thing you can think of?
Oh, it's got to be the Jim
It's
White
the Voodoo.
video, hasn't it?
No, it's the Voodoo, surely.
Yeah.
The voodoo.
Well, Flosco said the Voodoo. That
I've
was
got the voodoo quote. Do you want the voodoo quote?
Let's
Come
have the Voodoo quote.
It's
Let's listen.
incredible.
I
So,
think that was Steve Walsh.
Moshiri, Steve Walsh, yeah, also. Moshiri said, when asked about Lukaku not signing a new contract, "I can assure you we tried everything to keep Rom. If I tell you what we offered him, you wouldn't believe it. We offered him a better deal than Chelsea, and his agent came to Finch Farm to sign the contract. Robert Elstone, Everton's chief executive, was there.
Boo.
Everything was in
Right.
place. There were a few reporters outside. Then in the meeting, Ron called his mother. He said she was on a pilgrimage in Africa or somewhere, and she had a voodoo. And she got the message that he needs to go to Chelsea. So obviously he went to United. But then I think the next bit gives a real clue as to why Lukaku actually fucked off. I got close to Ron. I like the boy. He's a good boy. And I used all my charm to keep him.
Yeah, that's
You're
about
not
right,
beating
isn't it?
that.
If
Did he?
given
Did you reckon
how-
he? Go on.
Sorry. No, I just wanted, given how things panned out, do you think he'd have stayed? Stayed and been like the best
mean,
for
if he-
us.
if
been
he-
Oh, given how it
amazing.
went for him.
Yeah. Given how it, yeah. If time travel existed,
Hey,
would he look at his career since and go, "Nah, I should have just been a hero there, just forever."
I know, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because he was desperate to go back to Chelsea for whatever reason.
Yeah.
he wasn't.
What was that?
No, he wanted to go to fucking United because Pogba was there.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he went to LA and came back speaking American, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Steve McLaren and his Dutch accent.
Oh my god! Did you see those piss takes of like Steve McLaren at the Jamaica national
Oh,
team
no.
interview?
No, Steve, don't do the accent. For the love of God, don't do the accent.
Absolutely incredible.
God.
Yeah.
Can I throw in another weird thing Moshiri's done?
Go ahead.
Labelled Wayne Rooney, Gilfy Sigerson, Cenk Tosun, and Yannick Bolasie, Everton's very own Fab Four.
Sorry.
It was the back of the Echo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That was
So this was when Liverpool had Mane, Firmino, Salah,
Coutinho.
and Coutinho.
Yeah.
Gilfy Sigerson played against St Mirren the other week.
Who was?
Gilfy Sigerson, he's back in Iceland, rebuilding his life, and he played against he played against St Mirren in the Europa Conference.
Genuinely good for him.
They got beat. I mean, not good for him because he's a piece of shit. But
He was honey trapped by an organized criminal gang, and no charges were ever formally filed.
he also was honey trapped by cheating on his pregnant wife.
Yeah.
So
And
fuck that guy.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
and we'll
immoral.
move on from that. We'll move on from that story. It's a slap in the face.
It's all right. There's no libel
There's
here.
no
'cause
libel.
No,
It's all
no,
out there
but
now.
We don't even
I
have to call them
think-
redacted anymore.
I get whenever we talk about anything slightly controversial, I just get Matt Jones' voice in the back of my
We
head.
can now celebrate.
No, Les.
We can now celebrate his second goal in the Anfield derby during COVID. Like
Still
it's
haven't put it back on the
sensible.
highlight reels.
Yeah.
We don't have to pretend that we won 1-0.
Player X.
Um,
Just put it as trialist second goal.
Unnamed Northwest footballer. Number 10,
Chris
unnamed Northwest footballer.
John Dawson.
Chris has said alternative Gaffers Day. What grueling, torturous events should the players be put through? Keith, I'm hoping there's a particular medieval influence involved in your idea.
Medieval. I mean, I'm sure we could think of some medieval things.
I was thinking your answer's got to be something to do with the trebuchet. Got to be.
I mean, we could fling him out of a trebuchet into the river. I mean, that's one thing.
And swim back.
And make him swim back.
Yeah.
We could make them listen to Jamie Webster's album
Before bricking them up. Yeah.
before breaking them up. Or we could break them up and make them listen to the album, and they have to break their way through the bricks.
Make it stop.
I'd be through that wall like the fucking Kool-Aid man, let me tell you. Nothing would like get me away from that ear molestation quicker than the opening tones of him. Yeah, I thought trebuchets fair enough. Let's trebuchet them into the river and make them swim back.
Yeah, into that.
All at
Dales?
once,
Oh,
like 30 odd trebuchets lined up together, and they all get flung, and the last one back has to get trebucheted again.
oh yes.
Please. Yeah.
You
I'm
know
above
Ashley
it,
Young would keep winning.
Who loses?
Who can't swim
On
in the
you Duluth, I
team?
reckon.
I don't reckon Jordan Pickford's ever learned to swim.
That's a good shout, actually.
No. He's from a
He's
he's from a northern working class background. He went to swimming lessons at a school 40 minutes away on a coach when he was in primary school.
not.
Yeah,
not a chance
he's
ever
done a
learned.
stage 3 and picked up the brick from the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
Swam in his
No, but
pajamas.
Actually, we've
I
seen
reckon-
him in the pool with the unicorns.
Well, he had a unicorn.
Well,
there you
yeah,
go.
because he can't
Right.
swim, so he
'Cause he
has
can't.
a unicorn.
Jordan
If he could
Pickford,
swim,
We're through the lost in
yeah.
glass here, people.
Jordan Pickford's got the vibe of a boy who was ejected from swimming lessons for reasons
Missing the
and
boat.
was had to sit in the isolation room when everyone else got on the bus.
turned up in his speedos with a penknife.
Always had them
Using
rubber
the
shoes
carve
because
his
he
initials on
constantly
the
had
bottom.
perukas.
Oh,
any
Jordan
mo-
Pickford had verrucas as a kid, 100%. He
Yeah.
had about 12
The
on
kid-
each foot.
The rubber sock.
His classmates
more for
called him
Gaffers Day?
what a dick.
Go on, Paul.
I'll let Bosco, do you want to go first?
Go on then. Well, the fitness is there, isn't it? Like we got that nailed down. I reckon they're pretty technically all right for the level that they are. I think what we're lacking is mental resilience. So I'd have a 3-part Gaffers Day. Keith's already touched on part of it. So we'd have, starting with, you got to record a 2-hour podcast with Paddy Pimblett. Then you got to sit through a Jamie Webster set. Then you got to sit through a Paul Smith stand-up set. If they can get through all 3 of them, they can handle anything.
That your
Mentality
bird, is it,
monsters.
lad? That your bird, yeah? Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah.
What do you do? You're a footballer as well.
That's the thing. It'd be
It's
what
just
do
a
you
football
do
team.
but 28 times.
Oh, God. Can we fucking break him up behind the wall? Can we all change our collective answers and break that cunt up behind the wall?
Yeah,
What's
mate.
your name? Idrissa Gay. Are you gay, mate? Yeah? Are you a nonsense?
Set him on fire.
There was real feeling in that. What's your favourite football? Like it's Jesus.
Lad, you're busy, are you? Yeah, you're busy, aren't you? You're busy.
Paul, bring us back. What are your favourite players?
Look, you
today?
know what? Bosco was right on the money. That my idea was entirely mentality, mental resilience. But I went with a slightly different flavour. I think any prospective new signing or any player playing for Everton needs to be strapped into a chair. Big, massive pair of weighted headphones on. TV screen with a pre-season Everton stream, which works, then stops working, then works, then stops working again, and continues buffer. And then they need to sift through 5 hours of commentary of Darren Griffiths and Ian Snowden. And again, if they pass that, then job done. They'll
Not
never
one
play it.
single professional footballer is ever signing for Everton again.
If they do that. And then from a physical point of view, as a test of strength, I suppose, they've then got to have an arm wrestle with Sergeant Bash from Robot Wars.
Fair enough. That sounds good. I was just on the Everton commentary. I think my favourite was last week in the Roma game when I think Darren Griffiths said, "Oh, do you remember Gabriella Sabatini? She was lovely here, wasn't she?" Stodd's like, "Yeah, as she was." Like, what? Jesus. Sam, what you doing to these players?
Do you know what this made me think of something that I'm sure I've seen reference to, but I googled it and I can't. I don't know if I haven't got the Google phrasing right, but have you ever seen two blokes be attached together by a piece of string around their ear.
I was worrying where that was going there.
And they have to pull away from
Finger
each
traps
other.
like that, but
But look, it's literally just a piece of string round your ear and you attach to another bloke with a piece of string round his ear. And then you have to pull away from each other. And apparently it's like blindingly painful.
Like
But
a Christmas cracker.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine that. Like, just
Yeah,
give a good tug on your ear. It's
yeah.
not nice.
Yeah. And no one realizes how painful it is until so if we just pair everyone up. But I was slightly concerned that I'd made that up when I couldn't find anything on Google.
I reckon a good one would be like what they do in the parachute regiment training, where they just pair them up and make them punch fuck out of each other for 2 minutes. Just do that with the entire squad.
Yeah.
Bit of milling
Think of
in the center circle. Everyone else is like lined around the center circle, and then you just push a pair in, and they have to just batter the shit out of each other for a minute.
In fact, if we're getting beat at half time, sack the crossbar challenge. Do that.
Do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
sweet.
wonder the IRA is still going.
Right, just need a one-word answer for this one from Tangled Up and Blues, and then we will go on to Maggie's roundup part 2 to finish. Matt, if you get the song lined up again, that'll be class. So Tangled Up and Blues asked, who's your favourite Everton celebrity fan? Sylvester Stallone is not allowed as an answer, apparently. If anyone's never seen the video of Sylvester Stallone drinking a coffee at Goodison as well, by the way, I would fully recommend it because it's incredible. Anyone watching on YouTube, Dale's just done the best impression of it. Paul, we'll come to you first. Favourite Everton celebrity?
Jodie Comer.
Good shout, Keith.
Tommy Fleetwood.
A great shout again, Sam.
Got your text.
Leon from Gogglebox.
Oh, what a fella. Matt?
I'm not sure if this is one of those ones that's sort of half rumoured or true, but John Hurt apparently was toffee.
Okay, good shout. I'm going with Leonard Rossiter. Finally, we will finish on Maggie's roundup part 2. If Matt's got the song lined up.
Hang on, I think if I speak into the mic first, it'll sort of open it up to sound.
Lovely. There we go. So we'll kick off with not a question, but a suggestion. And this really does need to happen. One match before Meg, the Blue Room EFC TM Tour de Goodison, in which every single pub near the ground must be drank in. Like pub golf, but infinitely more terrible. Addendum to Tour de Goodison, Scran edition, hot walk, the mystery Greek, waffle, all the chippies, and a large case of gastroenteritis at Stanley Park, Boatley. I think that's a great idea. We all go out on the last.
Nah.
Can we exclude certain pubs?
Yeah, I think we probably need to. I think as you put in the replies, Keith, some you need jackboots to get in potentially these days. So
just doesn't align with my views on life.
Yeah.
Matt, you're averse to this. Why?
No, I have a rule. So there's only 2 pubs I drink around Goodison. I have a rule that I only drink in pubs named after Welsh castles. So I'll only drink in the Harlech or the Chepstow.
Fair enough. It's a good system.
I think
but also I just don't like drinking around the ground. Like it annoys me. Like it takes you out to get served. They serve over your shoulder. Most of them are like, cash only, mate, cash only. It's like, no, like you're not gonna get away with that shit down at Bramley Moor. So
there are some dreadful boozers around Goodison.
Yeah.
No. Plus, there's like no good ale either, and I'm a pub snob, as everyone knows. So.
No, I'm with Matt on this. Like, and also I don't want to down 2 pints at 2:30. Like, I'm not ready for it. I don't actually want one before kickoff, and it's just horrible trying to get it down you anyway.
We are coming across very sort of bourgeoisie here, but the pubs around the ground are just not of a standard that
they're not the best
you want to be in, and it's an absolute sweat box as well. You don't want to be 6 deep at the bar trying to get a pint. Want to like just relax. You have to ease yourself into Everton. You can't raw dog Everton. You have to like prepare yourself properly.
Shall we,
I can't.
in that
Who
case,
was it said about walking from Kirkdale? Because there used to be some ropey old places on the way from Bank Hall to the ground.
The Melrose.
oh,
Still is, yeah.
I mean, just places I'd pop in for a wee and just that
Well,
I'm
you-
not sure I'll get out of
yeah.
here.
there used to be, I think it was the Fireman's Arms, or it was an old fire station opposite the Sefton Arms. There was those two, which were just down the road from the elm tree. And in the good old days, Boss Tans was just over the road, which was the best named sunbed shop ever. They were like Walter Smith glory days then. Yeah, they were some ropey pubs.
That chap's not the the what was it called? Sorry, Sam. The by Kirkdale.
Melrose.
The Melrose. Yeah.
Melrose, yeah.
We all passed there. I think the shite playing Arsenal, and like they were in like injury time, so there's loads of blues like huddled around the window watching the last seconds because Arsenal were beating them or drawing or something. And then my phone buzzes and it goes full time. And I looked, it's like, oh, they're on a slight delay there. Read into that very well. Bloody hell. But yeah, there are some extremely ropey pubs.
Back on the food, though, can I shock you all?
Go on.
Never potluck.
No, me neither.
Nah,
Never
same.
potluck.
I have.
I
It's all right.
would like to try it before to go. It looks decent, but it's never
Put
thought to
off
try
by the Echo's health rating.
But I think the Echo gives them out.
The Echo, the voice of the voiceless.
1 bird out of 5.
Only true Scousers will know this food poisoning.
By someone
Keith,
from Bondi.
how many ball boys you got to make cry this season?
All of them. Every last one of them.
Good.
If you are sending
Lazy
your
little
child to Goodison to be a ball boy or ball girl, I do not discriminate. I will make their life a living hell
Fair enough.
because they are fucking atrocious.
Actually, what's the official term we saw it in the fan forum thing? Is it like
Ball person?
Ball person.
Ball
Is it?
person.
But it's like a 3-word thing. It's like a ball recovery assistant or something.
Oh yeah,
that sounds about right. Yeah.
When I did it, it was definitely still ball boy, and that was weird. And it had to be waved through by someone or other because there was nowhere for the girls to get changed. So you had to go in the toilet cubicle.
You can't call them ball boys these days because of woke.
Because of woke,
The
exactly.
mind virus.
What's a woke nonsense?
God forbid they call themselves English
Get thrown in jail for that.
these days.
What's the greatest fantasy team name you've ever seen? Lately, she has seen Kinder Bueno, which is very good. Which is frankly just boss. Anyone got a good fantasy team name?
I'm a very big fan of Incy and Ann. But the Premier League
hard pressed to beat that.
Yeah.
You've seen a fit to ban that, so I've gone with I was School of Science up until this morning, and I just thought it's boring. So I've gone with Living Saliba Luca.
Nice.
No
Like
relation to Everton, but
yeah,
he's in my
Matt
team.
Jones has got a good one. The Arogbu boys.
Oh, yeah, I'm into that.
Slight
I
Everton
saw
Irobu
Charlie
boys.
XGX
Arogbu
yesterday.
boys. Sorry, I did a disservice. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
I saw Charlie XGX yesterday. I like that one.
That's a good one.
That was the name of one of the teams in the pub quiz on Wednesday.
Nice.
We
I
beat
like
them. Me and Maggie still beat them. So
Deco and the Bunnymen.
nice.
Yeah.
Good. Very good.
That is a good one.
I haven't done fantasy football in years because I am one of those people who will spend like 3 or 4 hours setting up a team, make sure it's perfect, and then by like the second week, you've just forgot it exists. And you just ride or die with your original 11.
Yeah. Well,
And now I just don't bother. It's like fair play if you do, if you get excitement out of it, if you enjoy it. crack on. By all means, come up with the funniest team name. If you can beat Inter Yanan, then
But
I'm
you
just-
can't. No one can.
No, I'm just shite
Wow.
at it. So the last time I did it, I got beat by a girl who knew nothing about football and picked their team based on solely how stupid the player name sounded. And she beat me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again.
I'm into that. We've got
Yeah.
we've got a little group that do like the fantasy NFL for the American football, and that's a lot more sort of involved and it's a lot more technical, and it gets really intense at times when you're waiting on like a kicker to make a field goal in the last dying seconds to win your matchup of that week. But the Premier League one, I can't be doing it. Someone just sticks Haaland in the team and wins it.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
stick
he's-
Haaland in your team.
Right?
So stick Haaland in your team.
But then who else do I put in? Because I've used all my money on him. The big
I've
Modric
I've
shield.
genuinely gone without Haaland this season.
Whoever takes penalties.
Cole
We'll
Palmer.
finish on this one.
Hang
So-
on, can I read out this list of offensive fantasy football team names?
Oh,
as well?
sorry, Matt, go ahead. Yes, sorry,
Please.
go ahead.
Just before that, for my own part, I always go for like ones related to my job. So last year was Atomic Kegger, and this year is Uranium Rennie.
That's a good one. I like that.
Now, this is the bit that Matt's gonna have to edit out, so I may as well do like a clap so he can edit it. So we've got Pedro Files. Good. Mason Mounts Me. That's not bad. Fuchs Me Ings Nias. Kane the Virgin. That's one for Netflix fans circa 2018, I think. Chicken Tikka Mo Salah, which I don't think there's any racial connotation there. I think it's just a really good wordplay.
That is decent, yeah.
And probably the one that's definitely going to get Matt to edit out this this section. Fritzl Palace. Oh no, sorry. There's a I don't think it's worse than Fritzl Palace, but Hurricane Katrina is pretty good.
Nice.
Say what you like about Joseph Fritzl. The man was a hell of a carpenter.
Yeah.
Anyway, the season kicks off tomorrow. So what moments are you most looking forward to? This is Maggie's final question and the final question of the show. Is it the walk up from Kirkdale? Not for Sam. Is it the fresh smell of paint in the concourse moments before it's overrun by bifters, bovril and piss? Sitting in your seat for a traditional 3 p.m. kickoff in the lovely sunshine. Details, please.
I am
I'll
looking
throw it open.
forward to most being back in the pub with my mates, with my son, having a pint, chatting shit about Everton, having a good time. Doesn't matter if we win, lose,
Wind it up,
draw,
Franny.
disgrace ourselves despicably, getting on post match after the game outside the pub. If you're in the vicinity, come down and say hello. And just Everton is not about the football. Everton is about the social occasion. Just enjoy it. Just have a nice time. We've got 1 year left of Goodison and its nonsense, and then we're into the unknown. So make the most of it. Take solace in your loved ones and have a cracking time. Good night. God bless.
Any advances on that?
I think for me, it's just I don't think there is one particular thing that I can pick. I think I'm gonna try and take in as much of this season as I can. Going a game with my dad, taking Eleanor to get the game last week was just something I never thought I'd be able to do.
Yeah.
And that was just absolutely spot on. It was genuinely one of the best days of my life. Just seeing like the people who they're not friends, but the people who the lads who sit in front of me at the game, realising, oh shit, they're not going to be sat next to us next season. So it's just like little things like that, walking up to the pitch, walking up to the ground with me dad and my brother, walking out to the ground, either quite happy or fucking fuming and calling everyone shite. It's just miss everything, avoiding all the horse shit on Goodison Road, going for a pint in the Denby before and after, just literally everything.
The tombola of emotions.
There. I'm not half going to miss the old dear that sits in the row in front of me who sets her phone stopwatch every time there's injury time.
Oh, I love
God
that.
bless her.
Nice.
She's an absolute queen and has got me through some difficult times.
Love that.
Even
Sam,
last
what are you
season,
looking forward to most about tomorrow?
It's probably one of the last maximum of 2, maybe 3 if we were super lucky, where it will be that no one's got a coat on. There's just a sort of frisson of excitement. Everyone's milling about outside.
Shorts
Oh,
weather.
match.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits
God,
different in the sun,
that's
doesn't it?
yeah, it really, really does. And it hadn't occurred to me that actually, yeah, that's going to be it could conceivably be the last one
You
tomorrow.
do, don't you? You get like 2 games at the start of the season and 2 games at the end of
At the
the
end.
season where you can feasibly wear shorts to the match.
There's no bigger disappointment than opening day of the season or final day of the season that's pissing down.
Mm.
Yeah.
When you see FA Cup finals and it's pissing down, the disappointment for the fans going, it's not right. You should
No.
postpone it until it's sunny.
On the flip side, that cup final against Chelsea is something that should be incorporated into Gaffers Day because Jesus Christ, that was a toil.
You wheel out Tony Hibbert every year to give an eyewitness account of how hot
My
it was.
word, that was warm.
Matt,
yeah, I think you guys have had it all really. I'm just looking forward to another normal game. Like it's been a couple of months off. Obviously, we're going to get there a bit earlier. Yeah, we're just going to get there a bit earlier. Normal game and innocent game. We're going to get there a bit earlier because obviously it's going to be mad of people getting in.
Yeah.
We saw my own brother last week. He's saying, "Oh, it's all right. I've got my ticket for Roma already." And then he tried to swipe his season ticket on his phone. It's like, move, dickhead. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. But yeah, it's. I mean, Keith's just kind of brought it home to me there that like there's all these weird little last times things. But
yeah,
the one that's going to amuse me most is seeing my dad just put his head in his hands when the misery who sits next to him starts piping up and being dead negative again.
yeah, I think being the Park End cliche that I am, getting off in 85 minutes is the thing I'm most looking forward to. But it's only so we can get back to the Denby post match, Andy.
True. There's one other thing I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Half time, Matt Flusk analysis. So me and Matt judge how our game's gone. If it's gone shit, it's never actually a thumbs down. It's a wobbly hand. But if we think we're going to win, it's thumbs up. 2 sometimes if we're very confident.
I like
Looking forward
that.
to that.
Fingers crossed there'll be 2 thumbs up and manager gets sacked at half time for reasons that I put on Twitter before. Jesus. Anyway, that is it for this week's mailbag. And absolutely, it was so much fun to record. I hope everyone has as much fun listening to it and watching it because that was class. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Matt. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. We will catch you next time on Mailbag when Everton could beat Tottenham. Go top. We'll catch you next time. Up the Toffees.